Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Abhinav Mishra, and along with my team, we work to engineer Windows updates for the Windows Servicing and Delivery team, WSD for short. I'm thrilled to be here today to explore a topic that many organizations are grappling with. When is the right time to move to Windows 11? I'm joined by my co-host, Bev Ashton, a fellow member of WSD. Bev and her team specialize in listening to, gathering, and interpreting feedback to develop better features and services of Windows for commercial organizations. How are you doing today, Bev?
Great, thanks. It's wonderful to be part of Ignite, and I hope that the engineering and customer insights Abhinav and I share today will give you what you need to feel confident as you deploy the best Windows operating system to date. We know that many of you are balancing competing priorities here at Ignite and in the transition to cloud-based management. So let's get this discussion started.
Absolutely, let's get started. The biggest concerns we hear from you are around pursuing modern cloud-managed solutions and the upgrade to Windows 11 simultaneously. These are powerful transformations for any organization, but it doesn't have to be one or the other.
That's right. We understand this, as the shifting macroeconomic climate has certainly caused many companies to double down on prioritization. Based on recent customer conversations, though, I think this can be quite beneficial to the process of moving forward. It forces you to evaluate your overall business objectives and find a balance between progress, productivity, and producing results. While some companies see separate initiatives and a need to prioritize one over the other, the reality is that moving forward with Windows 11 adoption and cloud-based management doesn't have to be an either-or situation.
That's right. It's not about choosing between modern management with the cloud or Windows 11. It's about finding the right balance and strategy to move these endeavors forward together. Tell us about some common patterns and themes that your team is hearing from our customers in this area.
The split between technical and business-related themes are pretty even. The most prevalent being the do more for less mantra, being driven by the business, leading to technical patterns of simplification of operational tooling. As a common example is prioritization of Config Manager to Intune migrations to free up IT pros to focus on initiatives like Copilot for Windows, rather than making sure the management platform is stable, as Microsoft now handles that with Intune. There's also a level of fear of change associated with the discussions that we're having here today. Be it the look and feel of the operating system, job security due to tooling changes, or the effort required to make these changes.
Yeah, now let's talk about something that organizations worry most about when transitioning to Windows 11, application compatibility. No one wants to disrupt productivity or to introduce complexity into existing or planned technology projects in other areas. When it comes to Windows 11 adoption, application compatibility remains a top concern.
I hear that too. Upgrade confidence is everything. But is compatibility really an issue, or is this a myth that we need to debunk?
The reality we're seeing is greater than 99% compatibility with apps that you have running on Windows 10. To raise that confidence further, tools like TestBase and Aperture, along with our friends over in the Fast Track team, are available to ease concerns and build confidence.
Exactly. Yes, it's easy for Microsoft to say this, given that we develop these products. But in practice, we've seen that companies, regardless of size and industry, can successfully roll out Windows 11 and move to device management in the cloud at the same time. And the AI integrations on the horizon are only going to make that easier. You've heard some exciting announcements in device management and AI this week. We will see a lot of innovation in this area around policy management, device troubleshooting, and update management, where AI can ease IT burden with the natural language interface.
Yeah, I recently had an opportunity to collaborate with IT pros on best practices and tools that they're using to ensure a smooth transition and integration of Windows 11 and modern management, especially around reporting, troubleshooting, and remediation. We're building on these investments in these areas with Windows Update for Business and Autopatch, which you'll hear more about here at Ignite. By helping customers understand their diagnostic data, safeguards, and eligibility better, they can confidently move devices forward and balance upgrades with normal organizational hardware refresh cycles. This is critical as we inch closer to October 2025, which is when we reach the end of support for Windows 10. One of the most common themes that we learned when talking to the IT pros was that over 50% of cases where updates are not being offered by Windows Update for Business is directly as a result of WSUS settings still being configured on these devices. This is fueling product innovations in this area to reduce the time to value.
To help with building your upgrade confidence, let's take a step back to TestBase. We've heard from you that you want the ability to validate application compatibility of your line of business applications. To this end, I'm happy to see that we have announced this week there will be 500 hours of TestBase usage per tenant lifetime, included for our Windows E3 customers. I know many of you might see TestBase as a powerful tool for developers to validate test cases, but I'd like to highlight that we are seeing a growing number of partners using it to expedite the validation of application compatibility with the ever-increasing requirements to keep line of business applications up to date. Building out these workflows today will empower you to leverage the power of AI in the future.
And it's great to see these investments in TestBase to help IT pros speed up the process of validating all of their line of business applications. And I'm excited to see how AI will play a bigger part in this story. We've got still more effort feeding into the operating system, specifically with Copilot in Windows, which will really serve as a collaborative tool for information workers to find the right answers and information, generate content, summarize pages, and take action in Windows, all with AI and natural language. Many of us have been leveraging it here at Microsoft, and organizations worldwide are evaluating and embracing it as well.
What if organizations have devices that aren't eligible for Windows 11?
This is an area where organizations can leverage Windows 365 to run Windows 11 on ineligible PCs, while they worked through replacing devices through the normal hardware refresh cycle. I would also consider ARM. Honestly, in my opinion, ARM devices often get overlooked even though they have great power efficiency, which is crucial in devices which require longer battery, low heat generation, and more, making them great especially for frontline workers.
I think this dovetails into an area we'd be remiss not to discuss, though: cost implications. Some organisations we've spoken with believe that adopting Windows 11 in concert with modern management and the cloud will lead to increased costs. Under present macroeconomic conditions, that certainly elicited prioritisation discussions. But is this always the case?
The reality is, when done right, implementing these technologies can be cost efficient. Many of the investments we're making are aimed squarely at supporting that, including Windows Autopatch, where we've seen amazing uptake of this feature included in your Windows E3 license, and where we'll automatically manage the deployment of Windows Update based upon rules that you set up so you can think less about updates. As mentioned earlier, we see TestBase as a fundamental tool to help your team quickly and efficiently build confidence in the release of both cumulative updates and feature updates. In addition, we see when aligning your Windows 11 transition with hardware replacement, it limits the cost of double or triple handling hardware while also ensuring that your hardware requirements are met. Would you like to add anything to that?
This certainly merits more prescriptive deep dives and how-tos. For that, our time is limited. But we're encouraging everyone to check out our blog posts on Windows Tech Community and in spaces like MS Learn.
That's right, but for now, I'll leave you with 3 key strategies to consider. First, it's worth reevaluating your assessment of your future IT landscape needs. Develop a clear roadmap and strategy for the integration of Windows 11, modern management cloud solutions, and the role you'd like AI to play in your organization. And invest in employee training to ensure a smooth transition and maximize the benefits of these technologies.
As we wrap up today's discussion, remember that the idea of balancing modern management with the cloud, Windows 11, and the integration of AI and Copilot solutions isn't a myth. It's a transformative reality. As AI and Copilot experiences reach production, we believe organizations can truly realize growth while remaining protected and productive.
Thank you all for joining us today. We hope you've gained valuable insights into how to bring these technologies together as part of your organizational growth.
Thank you, Abhinav. We encourage you to stay tuned here at Ignite for more in-depth guides and resources on this topic. And coming up in 2 weeks, we'll be deep diving into more as part of our technical takeoff event. For more on that, check out aka.ms/technical takeoff. Until next time, on behalf of Abhinav, thank you for joining us. Take care.
Have a great Ignite.